Throughout the history of Apex Legends, there were many different people in the community that were deemed as the greatest movement players on Apex Legends. It comes to no surprise on a game such as Apex Legends, movement skill is debatably more exciting to watch than good aim or even insane game knowledge. Every time a highly skilled movement player does anything exciting, everyone that plays the game wants to follow in their footsteps. They have entire subreddits dedicated to showcasing raw movement skills, and some of the most viral moments in Apex history are directly tied to movement mechanics. It comes to no surprise that everyone who plays Apex Legends wants to be a highly skilled movement player, and if there is one individual on Apex Legends that is arguably the most imitated player on the game because of this, it would obviously be the man, the myth, the legend, Faide. The name Faide is one that is undebatably going to be discussed in the future when people are looking back at the history of Apex Legends, because when he found his way into the eyes of most of the people who played Apex Legends back in the day, he completely disrupted the game and single-handedly destroyed a building in Road's Edge, to the point where a lot of people nicknamed the building Streamer Building, and some even went as far as naming it after him. Today, Faide is currently sitting at well over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and even 1.1 million followers on Twitch. So this begs the question, how the hell did Faide make it to this point? In this video, I will explain everything, so everyone sit back and relax, like and subscribe, and let's jump back to the year Apex Legends released, 2019. Back in the beginning of Apex Legends, there were many different people in the community that were worshipped for having insane skills, such as Dizzy and Aceu, and while back when the game first came out, there weren't many interesting movement mechanics that were available for use, but luckily that wasn't until Aceu started to blow up in the community for his unique approach in the movement world, and this kickstarted a new era in the Apex community, one that is obviously still very much relevant till this very day. Everyone started to wall bounce, zip jump, and move around like they were Aceu, but when Aceu would quit Apex Legends for Valorant during a season of Apex Legends many call the worst season in Apex history, Season 6, Aceu's departure from the Apex world during a time when he was known to be the king of movement left a huge gap for aspiring movement players that wanted to acquire that title. There were people such as Lyric, It's Timmy, and Taxi2G who started to gain recognition in the community around that time, but also during this era, there was an aspiring content creator who was taking a different approach for many people who people were starting to notice. Instead of only being a streamer, like practically every skilled player in the community at the time, Faide was taking an interesting approach to making a name for himself. At this point, it was clear to the people who watched him that Faide was a good player, but instead of just posting his VODs to his YouTube channel like his competition, he was posting commentary videos such as a tutorial solo to Apex Predator grind series, and of course he was dropping high kill games and world record matches onto his YouTube channel as well. At this point, the name Faide was gaining recognition in the community because of his content, but also through viral moments because of how fluid his movement was. And what made Faide really stand out from the crowd was the infrastructure he created early on in his career. Most people in the community were only either a streamer or a YouTuber at the time, not successful at both, but Faide on the other hand learned how to create a bridge between his YouTube channel and his streams, so that helped him in the long run to create a brand that was recognized in the community on all platforms. But if I was going to sit here and say that Faide's career blew up quick and easy, I unfortunately would be lying to you, because while Faide was streaming since July of 2019 and creating videos since April of 2020, it was only in November of 2020 when Faide's career started to take off. At this point, Faide was a name that was well known in the niche pub stomping / rank grind community, and there is actually many reasons why it was at this specific point in time when Faide's career took off significantly. The first reason being Faide's contribution to the movement community. Not only was Faide considered a movement god at this point, he completely altered one of the most popular movement mechanics in the game at the time, zip jumping. He figured out a way to zip jump extremely fast, and the clips he would create with this movement mechanic would go viral many times. But it was also at this point where big names in the community started to co-sign Faide. People like Sir Kobe and Back Off My Jinx would start playing with him, and all in all, he quickly became one of Apex Legends' most interesting upcoming prodigies. Faide was seen as a new and improved Aceu at a time when Aceu was losing his passion for Apex Legends. So when Aceu would co-sign him and say that Faide reminds him of himself.
Yeah, Faide! That's who I was thinking about. Faide! Does he stream? That's exactly Jimma. You snapped, bro. You snapped. Does Faide stream? I don't know, but I feel like he kind of plays like me.
This was another variable which solidified Faide's position in the community and helped him put him above his competition at the time, Lyric. And when all these new viewers started to watch Faide's streams and they realized that he wasn't one of those obnoxious, over-the-top streamers that are pretty annoying to watch, he was the complete opposite, a laid-back and entertaining, highly skilled player. This helped Faide not only maintain his new viewers, but also gain more in the process. And later on, when Aceu would officially quit Apex Legends for Valorant, this left a huge gap in viewership in the movement niche of Apex Legends. And since Faide was the closest thing to Aceu, not only in skill, but also in personality, Faide would decide to lock in and do everything he can in order to capitalize from this opportunity. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Faide blew up right off the bat during this era, because obviously just by looking at the data, that would be a lie. Instead, at this time, it was clear that Faide was grinding on both YouTube and Twitch, and slowly but surely, success was just right around the corner from his perspective. He was gaining more and more hype and recognition as days went by, and luckily for him, in November of 2020, since Faide understood how to create actual content around his gameplay, instead of just dropping his VODs on YouTube, when he would create his first ever Killing Twitch streamers video, a video that would end up becoming a series on his channel. I'm sure many of you guys were first introduced to him by. This video would blow up at the perfect time, because only 3 days later, Season 7 would come out, and this is the season that would change Faide's life forever. See, Season 6 was a season that many people remember as one of the wackest seasons in Apex history. So when Season 7 got announced, and for the first time in a while, people were genuinely hyped for Apex Legends, this boosted Apex's viewership significantly, and I can sit here and explain to you guys what Faide did in order to capitalize off of this hype, but in reality, all I need to show you is his analytics from this point forward. Month after month, his viewership kept getting higher and higher and higher, and this was due to the fact that Faide was finally getting recognition on Apex Legends in the mainstream. His clips, streams, and videos were all blowing up, and this goes back to the bridge I was telling you about. Growth in his YouTube channel meant growth on his Twitch and vice versa, and of course, clips being posted onto Reddit and Twitter helped make his name more recognizable. And surprisingly, when looking at his analytics, you would think that at this point, Faide started to up his production, like it's Timmy when he was blowing up, or even expand his content in whatever way. But the truth is, Faide held on one key thing which I would say helped him maintain many of his new viewers: his authenticity. Watching his streams and his videos, you could tell that he was just a guy that loved playing video games and was extremely good at it. He wasn't trying to be a professional streamer or appeal to the masses in order to make more money. His content strategy was simple: play video games and be himself. And thankfully, this proved to be the most rewarding path for Faide to take. Unfortunately, his old Twitter account is suspended, so that removes a lot of data that I could have included in this video, and even his early YouTube data is nowhere to be found for some odd reason, so that's unfortunate. But nonetheless, it is clear that from here, month after month, his career was quite literally getting larger and larger in terms of his viewership on Twitch and YouTube, and seeing as his community genuinely supported him as an individual, not just a streamer or high-skilled player, as long as he kept a steady flow of content being posted onto his YouTube channel and his streams being streamed onto Twitch, Faide's success in the content creation world was solidified. He juiced the hell out of his Killing Twitch streamer series, a series of videos that kept blowing up over and over and over again, and of course his rank grind in high kill games kept his audience entertained. And when he would encounter known players in the community, such as Imperial Hell and pretty much every other professional player, whenever he would use movement to kill them, things like this just kept propelling his career to new heights. But not only that, Faide understood how to keep his simple content fresh. He was the only skilled player that would expand to lanes such as trolling / doing dumb shit, and as you can see when you search up his trolling content, you can already tell that is something his viewers enjoy. And looking at his career today, it is safe to say that Faide is one of the most well-accomplished people in the history of Apex Legends. 1 million subs on both Twitch and YouTube is damn near the pinnacle of what an Apex Legends content creator could become. But while I'm sure the story of Faide's rise in the community was one that you enjoyed, I'm sure you would enjoy watching the stories and other notable names in the community such as Aceu, the OG movement god of Apex Legends, or It's Timmy. I made videos on both of them, so go ahead and watch them. So yeah, like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.